the Institute for the Improvement of Education, and was established by the government of the Republic of Serbia with the aim of monitoring, ensuring, and improving the quality and development of the education and upbringing system. The Institute carries out developmental, advisory, research, and professional activities in preschool, primary, and secondary education, as well as other tasks in accordance with the law, the Founding Act, and its statute. The Institute participates in the preparation of regulations in the field of education and upbringing within the competence of the Ministry of Education, Science and Technological Development, the National Education Council, and the Council for Vocational and Adult Education. The Institute comprises 8 organizational units. 1. Center for Curriculum and Textbook Development. 2. Center for Vocational and Adult Education. 3. Center for Professional Development of Educational Staff. 4. Sector for Specific Issues in Preschool, Primary and General Secondary Education. 5. Sector for Information Technology and Statistics. 6. Sector for Legal and Human Resources Affairs. 7. Sector for Financial and Accounting Affairs. And 8. Sector for General Affairs. Center for Curriculum and Textbook Development. This center performs expert tasks related to the preparation of educational programs by levels and types: preschool, primary and general secondary education, programs for Serbian schools abroad, as well as the standards of textbook quality and teaching materials. It also provides professional evaluations of textbooks and teaching aids. Mačici Zawadi Center for Professional Development of Educational Staff. This center prepares and implements activities related to developing standards of competence for teachers and educators, improving and developing the system of continuous professional development, preparing induction and licensing programs for teachers, educators, professional associates, and principals, and providing pedagogical and professional support to educational staff. Center for Vocational and Adult Education. This center performs activities related to the development, monitoring, and quality assurance of secondary vocational education and adult education, including professional training after secondary education, vocational qualification and retraining programs, preparation of professional exams, final, specialist and master exams, and professional evaluation of textbooks and teaching materials for vocational schools and adult education. Sector for Legal and Human Resources Affairs. This sector ensures the legality of the Institute's operations, prepares materials for the sessions of the Management Board and Supervisory Board, oversees occupational safety and fire protection, conducts public procurement procedures, prepares general acts, and provides legal opinions and advice to the Institute's governing bodies and employees. Sector for Financial and Accounting Affairs. This sector is responsible for ensuring the legality of financial operations, planning and managing financial resources, monitoring account balances and payment dynamics, preparing accurate and timely reports, and coordinating with the relevant departments of the Ministry of Education. Sector for General Affairs. This sector provides expert opinions on urban planning documents regarding compliance with pedagogical space standards, size, capacity, and functionality in planning the network of educational institutions. It also prepares analyses and proposals for modernization and innovation of equipment and spaces in educational institutions, oversees reproduction and distribution of materials prepared by the Institute, and performs courier and administrative services, recognition, and awards. The Institute for the Improvement of Education and Upbringing is the recipient of the St. Sava Award, granted for its outstanding contribution to improving the quality of educational practice and advancing scientific achievements in the field of education and upbringing. Curriculum development in the era of artificial intelligence. Curriculum development in the future school is based on a shift from content-oriented teaching to competence and data-driven learning. Artificial intelligence, AI, becomes a structural component of the curriculum system, not merely a technological aid, but an algorithmic framework that enables personalized, adaptive, and evidence-based learning. Intelligent and flexible curriculum. The curriculum of the future is a dynamic system that adapts to the context and learner profile. Data from learning analytics empower teachers to design learning scenarios that integrate multiple disciplines and cognitive levels. Instead of predefined topics, the curriculum evolves as an ecosystem of competencies, outcomes, and resources that is continuously updated. The role of teachers and AI assistants. The teacher is no longer the sole source of knowledge, but a designer of learning experiences. AI systems, avatars, adaptive platforms, generative models take over routine tasks and allow teachers to focus on metacognitive cognitive and social aspects of learning. Humans and AI thus act as coexisting actors in the pedagogical process. 3. Curriculum as a space of integration. Content is organized in an interdisciplinary way, STEAM plus E, through problem-based and project-based learning models that simulate real-world contexts. Artificial intelligence enables simulations, automated feedback, and assessment of conceptual depth, turning the curriculum into an instrument for developing functional knowledge. Ethical and human perspective. The key challenges remain: algorithm transparency, data protection, and the preservation of teacher autonomy. Ethical use of AI becomes a mandatory curricular competence for both students and teachers. Essence: the curriculum of the future will be intelligent, flexible, and human-centered, with the teacher as mentor, the learner as an active creator of knowledge, and AI as the catalyst of a new pedagogical paradigm. Imagine a school where students don't just learn to repeat lessons, but to use knowledge in real life. This is exactly what the Institute for the Improvement of Education and Upbringing, Zavod za unapređivanje obrazovanja I vaspitanja, is working on, making education in Serbia more modern, open, and relevant to the needs of both students and teachers. First, teaching and learning programs. By 2026, all grades in primary and secondary schools will have outcome-oriented programs. This means that teachers are no longer bound strictly by the textbook, but have the freedom to adapt content to their class and to each individual student. Our goal is for students to develop functional knowledge rather than become warehouses of facts. Second, final and graduation exams. In secondary schools, graduation exams include tests as well as practical tasks in real-work situations. In June 2025 alone, we prepared 75 different tests with over 3,600 questions, plus 52 tests in minority languages. Students in 3-year vocational schools take only practical exams, demonstrating what they truly know and can do. Third, textbooks and digital content. In the past 7 years, we have reviewed more than 1,800 textbooks and hundreds of digital editions. New textbooks are not just collections of facts, but tools for developing knowledge, attitudes, and values. Digital editions enable interactivity and creativity in teaching. Fourth, support for teachers. So far, almost 400,000 education professionals have completed training programs through the Institute. On average, each teacher has taken part in 5 different programs. The new Professional Development Catalogue, valid from 2025 to 2028, emphasizes digital tools, critical thinking, and artificial intelligence in education. Finally, the National Education Portal, NOP. The portal is the main place where teachers find support, resources, and inspiration. It offers manuals, open educational materials, videos, mentoring tools, extracurricular programs, materials promoting culture and identity, as well as dedicated sections for the digital classroom, civic education, and the use of artificial intelligence in teaching. In short, everything a teacher needs to work in a modern and high-quality way. The NOP is not just a database of materials, it's a reflection of our vision, a vision where subjects are interconnected through cross-curricular reforms, and the school becomes a place where students develop competencies for life, work, and active citizenship. That's why the Institute is more than just an institution, it's a partner to schools and teachers, and the National Education Portal is our shared tool for the education of the future.
想象一所学校，学生学习的不是死记课程，而是将知识用于现实生活。这正是塞尔维亚教育与培养提升研究院 Zavod za unapređivanje obrazovanja I vaspitanja 正在致力推进的，让教学更加现代化、开放，并贴近学生与教师的需求。第一，教学与学习计划到2026年，所有小学和中学年级都将采用以成果为导向的课程。这意味着教师不再必须严格依赖教材，而是有自由根据自己的班级和每个学生调整内容。我们的目标是让学生发展功能性知识，而不是成为事实仓库。第二，期末与毕业考试在中学，毕业考试包括测试题目和在现实工作情境中的实际任务。仅在2025年6月，我们就准备了75套不同测试，涵盖3600多个题目，另有52套少数民族语言测试。在3年制职业学校，学生只进行实际任务考试，以此展示他们真正知道什么，能做什么。第三，教材与数字内容。在过去7年里，我们审查了1800多本教材和数百种数字版本。新的教材不仅是事实的集合，而是用于培养知识、态度和价值观的工具。数字版本使教学具有互动性与创造性。第四，对教师的支持。迄今为止，已有近40万名教育工作者通过研究院参加了培训，平均每位教师参加了5个不同的项目。2025-2028年的新专业发展目录强调数字工具、批判性思维与人工智能在教育中的应用。 最后，国家教育门户 NAP， 该门户是教师寻找支持、资源和灵感的主要平台。门户提供手册、开放教育资源、视频材料、导师工具、课外活动项目、文化与身份培养材料，以及专门面向数字教室、公民教育和人工智能在课堂中应用的模块。简而言之，这里汇集教师在现代化、高质量教学中所需的一切。那不仅是一个资料库，它是我们愿景的映照。一个课程通过跨学科改革相互联系，学校成为学生发展生活能力、工作能力与积极公民能力的场所。因此，该研究院不仅是一家机构，它是学校和教师的伙伴，而国家教育门户则是我们共建未来教育的工具。